Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, a moment of prayer or silence, whichever your choice. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of last week?
I'll move.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Is there a motion to approve appropriations ordinance number 5?
I move we approve ordinance number 5.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ask if there are any remarks for public input from the public? Are you public?
I have one that's
Okay.
not on the agenda. Saturday, we were scheduled to have a concert at the band shell. And the gentleman, Jake Gill, has canceled. He canceled Saturday and he would like to do it today at 4 o'clock. You guys anybody have a problem with that?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
Fine.
go ahead. Yeah, Saturday wasn't a very good day.
No,
I don't think it'd been, his drum would have got
Okay,
wet.
all right. Anything else? Anything online? Bench?
No.
Nope. Okay, I have one. I give you the update from the Harvard COVID thing. We're just 2 days behind, but as you can see, we hit a yellow on the 28th and then went back up to orange on the 29th. So we're just 2 days behind. But if you watch the trend there on the bottom, this is the best that we've looked on this since the end of October. I think October 28th. So we're trending in the right direction, and that's with minimal vaccine so far. So let's hope that we keep on going forward. With that, I'll close the public input session. Is there a motion to approve the agenda as distributed?
So move.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll call on Brian Hopp to discuss the environment of McPherson Rentals, not his personal business, McPherson Rentals.
Hi, Commissioners. Good morning, Mayor. Thanks for having me this morning. So we kind of have something kind of exciting going on in McPherson right now during all this. We have rentals available in McPherson for the first time in a long time. A lot of rentals available in my world, and we have jobs. So we have houses, we have jobs. We just need people. So I think as a community, if we can get our citizens and everybody thinking about their families and people that are maybe struggling right now that are looking for a great community to move into and to come and enjoy and be part of our family here, and enjoy the things that McPherson have to offer. We have a lot of things to offer right now, and especially just work is a big deal right now in the economics of the world. But having the resources on the housing side is a huge thing right now. And as far as the rentals go, I got on, we have what's called rentmcpherson.com that everybody go on there, take a look and see what's available on there. We have everything from $450 on up, it looked like right now on the market. So there's something in everybody's price range, it looked like to me. We have I counted over 40, but there's a lot of apartment complexes on there. So, I mean, there could be over 100 houses for rent right now in McPherson or more, just from my rough calculation. That was of last Thursday. Job wise, if you go to gomcpherson.com and through gomcpherson.com, you can get to both of these sites. So just remember gomcpherson.com or Rent McPherson, you can get to both of these avenues to get to where you need to go. But job wise, there was over 100 postings on Go McPherson on jobs. And there was through the spectrum, there was some $100,000 jobs down to minimum wage jobs. So whatever your skill set is, there is some job there that are definitely looking for some employment. So I think as a community, if we can just band together and try to advertise McPherson and know that it's a great place to live and a great place to be part of. And I think with Valentine's Day. I mean, even post on the little McPherson on the Facebook page here what you love about McPherson, because every one of us has something unique that we love about McPherson. The people are phenomenal here for the most part, and we have all these great businesses downtown. There's a lot of things that are cool right now. And on the business avenue part of it, there's rentals downtown Main Street too. There's more than I like to see for sure on the opening of business. I know I opened my business in '08, I think, and my dad said, well, we're all going to either be poor together or it's going to turn around. So I remember opening during a bad time is not always a bad thing. You only have up to go. So if you're thinking about opening one of those businesses and you wanted to do that, it might not be a bad time to look at a building too, as well. So that's my spill of the day, I guess. So.
Well, thanks for coming in with a positive note.
Yeah, I think we need something positive in our lives right now, and
Right.
hopefully this spring we're gonna do concerts again. Joni was just asking me on concerts. We'll probably do those. I always have questions on that, and just while I'm here, I'm just gonna mention that we're looking late June, early July. I think things should. It looks like from what I'm seeing, and we'll just kind of pay attention to that. We haven't got things scheduled quite yet. I'm just kind of watching. We want to make sure everybody's safe. So
Okay.
that's the biggest part in our small town. But tell your friends and your neighbors or families outside of town to move to McPherson and come join the fun. So
All right.
thank you guys.
Thank you, Brian.
Thanks, Brian.
We might put something out on the Breno website, as well as remind people on jobs again that they can go McPherson. Sometimes we just need to remind people every once in a while, even though we put it out before. Okay, thanks. Okay, CVB, Joni Rainey.
Good morning.
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 Today I just have one item. I would like commission approval for a $750 visitor attraction grant for McPherson High School for the 15th annual McPherson Girls Soccer Invitational to be held March 29th, 30th, and April 1st here in McPherson.
I move we approve the $750 visitor attraction grant for McPherson High School for the 15th annual McPherson Girls Soccer Invitational to be held March 29, 30, and April 1 of 2021 in McPherson.
And I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I'm also working on movies for the summer, so we will have movies in the park, and I'm getting sponsors right now as we speak.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, Joni. Okay, next item is municipal court. And we lost our drug screen provider. So we have to have another one. We found one. It's slightly more expensive than the one we had before, but that's the way things seem to be going at the end of COVID. And we have the city prosecutor has signed off on this and it arrangement, the judge has looked at it. So with that, I'd like to make a motion to approve Assured Occupational Solutions, Inc. as new drug screen provider for the McPherson Municipal Court.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Call on Chief Weisman, Fire Department items.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning.
A couple items for you. City of McPherson Fire Department, City of Hutchinson Fire Department, and the City of Newton Fire EMS would like to cost share an extrication course imperative to educate personnel on new vehicles and tactics. This course is for 2 days. We require 3 instructors. We will host the course in McPherson at CHS training facility. This course will teach area firefighters about current vehicle construction techniques to implement on motor vehicle accidents. We request a motion to approve payment to Tactical Advantage Training LLC for providing a 2-day extrication class in the fall of 2021 for an amount not to exceed $2,500. Again, if Salina gets in it, that number will come down as well.
Okay, I'd like to move to approve payment to Tactical Advantage Training LLC for providing 2-day extrication class in the fall of 2021 for an amount not to exceed $2,500.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The next item is just information. The City of McPherson Fire Department was selected among 250 departments nationwide to participate in the second phase of the National Fire Protection Association, NFPA's Community Risk Reduction Pilot Program. The first phase of this pilot program, which included participation from 50 fire departments across the country, helped identify features of a digital dashboard that would work effectively and those that needed fine tuning. During the second phase of this program, which we're in, it will provide insights around the use of the dashboard through June of 2021 and to help continue refining and enhancing its effectiveness. As a participant in this program, the City of McPherson Fire Department will have free access to that dashboard, which includes customized visualizations, maps, charts, graphs that illustrate each community's risk and hazards across a variety of categories such as demographics, geography, building stock, economics, infrastructure, and event loss history. The dashboard also provides a snapshot of local capacity for risk reduction activities with the information about public safety response agencies and community service organizations. In addition, the dashboard access participants will be able to provide rich networking and professional development opportunities with other municipalities that are engaged in this as well. There's 5 around the state currently. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. You probably read it in the paper, but the fire department was selected and we're moving with that. So
Good.
You'll hear more about it in the future.
Thank you.
Thanks, Pete.
Colin Wayburn.
Park Department staff would request authorization for the annual mulch and supplies purchase for parks, golf course, and cemetery in the amount not to exceed $3,859.88.
I'd make the motion to approve the annual mulch and supplies purchased from Garden Wise Distributors Incorporated for the parks, Turkey Creek Golf Course, and the cemetery for an amount not to exceed $3,859.88.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Colin Jeff Woodward, Public Works Report.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Jeff.
First item I have for your consideration are Oxford Point flume improvements. 5 out of the 6 flumes flowing into Oxford Point ditch have experienced severe erosion problems. Each year, we have a limited window to make repairs. The ditch carries irrigation water after the growing season starts until late fall, making it impossible to dig out and install additional concrete and erosion control matting. Once the ground freezes hard, it makes it difficult to place concrete and backfill. This winter has been unseasonably dry and warm, and we're taking the opportunity to widen the flumes and install erosion control around the last 4 inlets needing repair. I've attached a picture of one of the flumes repaired last year, as well as pictures of the surrounding erosion of the flumes. The erosion is very typical around all five flumes. We put together estimates for materials needed to repair the remaining 4 flumes in the amount of $4,243.50. The estimate does not include the erosion control mat on hand that was purchased a few years ago.
I move that we approve improvements to 4 flumes along the Oxford Point drainage ditch for a cost not to exceed $4,243.50 for material only.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to remind everyone that installation of new gated railroad grade crossing warning system will begin today, February 1st. The contractor, CDL Electric, out of Pittsburgh, Kansas. It'll take approximately 2 weeks to complete. Traffic will be carried through construction. There'll be short durations when the traffic will have to be stopped or lane widths reduced, and this is at the crossing on First Street near Eshelman. And then finally, I'd like to give you an update on the one construction project we have going. Work continues on the sewer main extension for the new PEM facility on Northview. However, no work was accomplished this past week due to weather. losing a week will push off the completion until the end of next week, depending on weather, of course. And a reminder that traffic on Northview Road will not be affected.
Mhm.
So that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
All right. Thank you, Jeff.
Administrative report, Nick Gregory.
I am going to defer to Janetta Shepik, the city treasurer, finance director on the first item.
Okay, Janetta, you're on.
You're muted.
I'm talking to myself. Sorry. Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, Commission.
Morning.
Morning.
Hope everyone's doing well this nice cold morning. As I indicated in study session last week, Geo Bond Series 139 from 2018 permanently financed the Grimes-Anna paving and drainage project, as well as the Hardip Elizabeth paving and draining and the Holtz area drainage project as well. As you're aware, all of these projects have been completed. Upon completion of the Geo bond projects, I reconcile the bond proceeds to the total cost of the project. Attached is a copy of the summary of the reconciliation. If you want me to go over that again.
No, you're okay.
Okay. Anyway, it just shows all of the revenue. It shows all of the costs of the project, as well as costs that were paid out of other funds other than the CIP fund, which included the wastewater. And so I brought to you two motions this morning. The first motion is the request to use the remaining bond proceeds from Series 139 to reimburse the stormwater utility, the consolidated highway, and the wastewater fund for the design and project cost. And then the second motion, because the proceeds were short to reimburse all those individual funds for those costs, is to take the remaining funds out of the CIP fund. So those are the two motions that you have in front of you this morning.
Yeah, Commissioner Weeds will go ahead and do the motions.
I move to approve the use of the remaining Geo Bond Series 139 proceeds that finance the projects of Grimes and Anna paving and drainage, Hardip Elizabeth paving and drainage, and Hulse area drainage to reimburse the design costs of these projects paid out. Consolidated Streets and Highway Fund, $331,867.40. The Stormwater Utility Fund, $385,745. And the Wastewater Fund, $515,354.41. $31,444.26 in design, and $483,410.15 in sewer.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
You want to do the
And I
second
move
motion?
to utilize $43,890.53 in CIP funds, which is the shortfall in Geo Bond 138 proceeds, to reimburse the design costs of the Grimes-Anna paving and drainage, Hardip Elizabeth paving and drainage, and Hulse area drainage project.
And I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Janetta.
Thank you.
Back to Nick Gregory.
After expiration of the internal 5-day notice of all interested employees and interviews of all interested employees for the position of Assistant City Clerk, it's the administration's request to hire Britta Erkelins as Assistant City Clerk. Britta Erkelins would officially become Assistant City Clerk on February 8th, 2021, if approved today. And Britta will continue to provide some assistance and support to the municipal court until her position can be filled, and and whoever takes that position can be trained properly. Just as a reminder, Britta used to actually serve as Assistant City Clerk before she moved out of town, moved back into town, took a job as Assistant Court Clerk. And so if approved today, we'd absolutely welcome her back with open arms.
Okay, I'd like to move to approve the hiring of Britta Erkelenz as Assistant City Clerk effective February 8th, 2021.
I second that motion.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Well, with the transfer of Britta here, with the motion you guys just made, municipal court to administration, we immediately need to begin that process to hire an assistant court clerk for municipal clerk. Staff would like to put out a 5-day internal notice simultaneously, beginning advertising outside the organization to fill that position as well. We will continue to provide the support we need to for the clerk, for the court over there. And until that time, we want to be fairly aggressive in pursuing an individual to take that role.
I'll move to begin the hiring process for the position of Assistant Court Clerk.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This year, the McPherson Housing Coalition received $192,253 in grant funds from KDHE. Due to COVID-19, there was no match required as part of this ESG grant. The McPherson Housing Coalition will be allotted $114,000 for rapid rehousing applicants, 66,500 for homeless prevention applicants, and 2,660 for technology and training, as well as $9,193 for grant administration. This reimbursement request, as part of the ESG, will bring the total request up to for 2020 to $78,586.33, which equates to approximately 41% of the awarded 192 to 353. Just as a reminder, ESG stands for Emergency Solutions Grant. That grant is funded by KDHE and is administered by the city of McPherson for the benefit of McPherson Housing Coalition and their homeless prevention programs and activities.
I move to approve payment to the McPherson Housing Coalition for the ESG grant reimbursement request number 6 in the amount of $19,295.76 and authorize the mayor to sign all related documents.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Each year, we enter into a contract with McPherson Hospital to provide EMS services for the citizens of McPherson. As part of that contract, the city of McPherson, along with McPherson County, provides operational funds, capital improvement funding, and ambulance insurance to McPherson Hospital in exchange for service to McPherson and McPherson County. The attached contract reflects the amounts discussed during the 2021 budget meeting held back in June of 2020. This year, we did have a number of meetings to negotiate several new sections to the contract. The new sections mostly revolve around staffing requirements for EMS and development of a continuity of operations plan between the hospital and city during the 2021 calendar year. And when we sat down and met, we agreed that it would be a working partnership to help come up with that. The hospital has agreed to all those terms and has signed the agreement. If approved today, the contract would be retroactive back to January 1st of 2021.
I'll make the,
Go ahead, Eric.
okay, I'll make the motion to approve the emergency medical service agreement for 2021 with McPherson Hospital for providing EMS services.
I second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Number of wages for your consideration today. The first being Asa Manor Fire Department firefighter, going from $14.65 per hour to $15.09 per hour, effective February 8th. Virgil Lyons, Planning and Zoning Administrator, going from $29.46 to $30.65 per hour, effective February 8th, 2021. Robert Wagner, Street Department, going from Operator in Training to Operator in Training with a CDL. And that change is $15.66 going to $16.13, effective February 8th, today, or next week. Britta Erkelenz, going from Assistant Court Clerk to Assistant City Clerk, going from $17.62 to $18.15, effective February
I move we approve the wages as read.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
There are several investments for your consideration. The first one is First Bank Kansas, a CD at $500,000. This is a 12-month CD at 0.09%. It does mature on January 27th of 2022. That CD was previously at 1.66% interest rate. First Bank Kansas, there are two CDs, both at 500,000. They are 12-month CDs, and their interest is 0.06. These will mature both. One matures on January 29th of 2022, and the other one February 1st of 2022. And these CDs were previously at 1.7% interest and 1% interest respectively.
I move we approve the investments.
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And there's 20 bonds for your consideration today. It's that time of year. The first three are Bosker Plumbing and Heating out of Canton. That's a $5,000 plumbing bond, gas fitter bond, and mechanical bond. The next three are Eagle Plumbing, Heating and Air out of Galva, Kansas, $5,000 mechanical, gas fitter, and plumbing bond. The next two are Mac HVAC Incorporated out of Hutchinson, Kansas, $5,000 mechanical bond and $5,000 plumbing bond. Bowman Electric LLC out of Hutchinson, Kansas, $5,000 electrical bond. The next two are McPherson Quality Air Incorporated out of McPherson, Kansas, with a $5,000 mechanical bond and a $5,000 plumbing bond. South Central Kansas Economic Development District out of Bel Air, $5,000 mechanical bond. Next one's Frontier Electric LLC out of McPherson, Kansas, $5,000 electrical bond. Next one's Jerry E. Severns, Hutchinson, Kansas, $5,000 electrical bond. Next one is Midway Electric Service Incorporated in McPherson, $5,000 electrical bond. The next two are Barclay Plumbing Corporation out of Hutchinson, Kansas, both a $5,000 plumbing bond and a $5,000 gas fitter bond. Next one is Kansas Electric Incorporated out of Newton, Kansas, a $5,000 electrical bond. And the final two of the total 20, Central Consolidated Incorporated out of Wichita, a $5,000 plumbing bond and $5,000 mechanical bond.
I'll move to approve the bonds.
I second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
I would like to move to recess the city commission meeting and go to study sessions.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'd like to stay on that page and I'm gonna work from the bottom up for you. 6.4.
Okay, we're back in normal session.
We're back in normal session. Study sessions are over. Street Department repairs to the auxiliary building. There's a motion there. If Commissioner Weeds would like to make it.
On the repair.
Yeah, 6.4.
I move to approve payment to Kleinsor Construction in the amount of $7,350.15 for emergency repairs to the auxiliary building at the street department.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I don't believe we had anything except 1.1. Yeah, that's where I'm going. And there is no motion, but you want to,
Yeah, I would recommend a motion to authorize the mayor to sign the contract for the All Schools Day sculpture, subject to city attorney approval.
okay, I'll make that motion. Is there a
Aye.
second?
I second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Says you're in Tricholas,
Well, basically, we're
Tricholas
waiting.
Act with a guy in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tough act to do.
I have-
Okay, and I will say, while we were meeting, I did get an email from the sculptor, and he will go with the changes. So you can look one last time, and he's gonna change it into a PDF and send it.
Okay.
All right.
Can I ask a question on that? Does that contract, because I haven't had a chance to look at it either, does that obligate us for funding?
Yes. We have
Okay.
$100,000 So we'll be able to make the first two payments. And when we get to the third one, I have a pledge to back up whatever we need.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, was there anything else? I'll move to adjourn the city commission meeting.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
What I'll do,